Welcome back to the Odryssian Kingdom campaign. Let's get stuck right in and see if we can take some more ground somewhere, push our enemies back. So we did just lose Edessa. I haven't quite got the movement range over there to take it back immediately, but I have got it over here. Oh yeah, I was going to just take this faction out in one fell swoop. Okay, let me take a look at that in just a moment.
Ready for battle.
Blund's bandits still get to play some defense for a minute. We are working on getting another army down here. I think they still need to recruit some horse archers. No? Well, I thought someone was going to recruit some horse archers, but I guess it's not these guys. Maybe it was those guys and I just forgot, but we'll get back to it eventually. Alright, so this army is a little bit damaged, but not too badly. And the army, they would be going, well, let's see what this garrison looks like real quick. So, the garrison appears to be essentially a non-factor. Can I get close enough to see what this army composition is? If I remember right, it was just a bunch of like light spears and things.
I am done.
Okay, a bunch of light spears. These Syrians are a little bit concerning, so I would want a lot of cavalry to deal with this army. And I've got a whole entire 3 units of horse. That said, I do have more heavy archers than them. Anyway, let's get over here and take our land back.
To their hovels.
I've just remembered I completely forgot to lower my recording quality and see if that helps with the stutters. So that's a bummer. It's weird to see this settlement layout in the desert, because this is normally a settlement layout that I come across when I'm like fighting in France against barbarians. It's really, really bizarre for me to see in the desert. But I guess maybe that's just because I haven't actually fought a battle in the desert recently. Alright, let's just throw some of these lighter troops up to the front. I definitely want to surround them because, given that they have mostly light melee troops, I think I could expect to break them pretty quickly. I'm hesitant to commit too heavily. Okay, actually, I'm not going to go over there. Instead, I'm going to go over here, because I've got a couple of angles of approach over here. And I can actually pull these guys back. Oops. I've done it again. I've pressed shift to try and move the camera while I am manipulating troops. I need to learn to not do that. Okay, bunch of units there, bunch of units here. Let's actually slide these guys over a little bit so that they have a slightly easier time maneuvering to either of these gaps as needed. We'll back them up with a couple of heavy spears. Archers need to be not on fire at will, yes on guard mode, and they can just go right in the center with the general. And then I'll have cavalry actually both over here in the hopes that I can get around quickly through one of these gaps into their skirmishers. Alright, let's get going. It's weird that I can't, it's weird that it took so long for me to be able to see their army, I feel like. Are they they going to charge out, or are they just moving to this choke point? If they charge out, that would be better for me. It would let me use my numbers more effectively and my cavalry more effectively. I'm expecting most of these light units to have javelins, so I do want to keep my cavalry away for a little bit. Okay, let's move these guys around over here. These guys up to this gap. You guys can go ahead and throw your javelins and start getting involved.
Awaiting order. Levies! Battle ready and eager. Get in, orders. Captured. Battle ready. Fire! Warriors ready. Thracian warriors. Spears. Get ready.
Our hidden units have been
Okay.
discovered.
I'm actually going to want some more support back over this way, so let's rotate 2 of these guys over here, send 2 of these guys into that gap. Get the archers to start opening fire. Cavalry is basically around the flank, but I want it to loosen up a little bit more first. You guys come out and around and lock them in.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, their archers are almost isolated. They do have their noble general, who is a hybrid unit, so he's a little bit scary. You guys have already thrown your ammo, so just get in there. You guys start coming through.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, time to send the cavalry in on the flank. Just make sure the archers are hitting a useful target.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
You guys are taking your sweet time, but that's fair because I did send you the farthest away from the actual combat.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Orders, my lord! Fire! Cappadocia cavalry! At ready! Orders! Battle ready! Heavy archers!
The men are wavering.
Wow, I wasn't expecting those guys to lose so bad.
Orders! What are your orders? Cappadocia cavalry! Spears! Cappadocia cavalry!
Okay, the cavalry got a little bit trapped here, so let's pull them out.
Orders! Heavy archers! Cappadocian cavalry! Cappadocian! Heavy cavalry! We are ready to order! Dacians! Order!
Okay, things seem to be going well enough. We're getting some units pretty heavily injured, but that's kind of okay.
Battle ready! Levies! Levy! Captured!
We are in on their skirmishers, which is good news because it means they won't last much longer, hopefully.
Orders!
Getting the general through. Can't quite get a rear charge over here, but we can get into these guys soon. These are not hybrid skirmishers, so a charge from our general should be relatively safe. We've wasted quite a lot of ammo out there, just not hitting any units particularly effectively.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
But we're still looking okay here. Archer's starting to run out of ammo. Let's think about getting them into the front lines. Their general should still last a little while, just because he, like, it's actually technically a melee unit. Yeah, it's a medium spear infantry, but they don't have shields, they have low armor, so they shouldn't last too much longer. Okay, these guys can have a new attack order. You guys are just not breaking the units you're attacking like I need you to. These guys are losing decisively because they're getting hit in the flank. Let's toss some javelins into the tribesmen that are causing them problems. These guys have run out of ammo, so we can get them up to the front. You guys have dealt with your targets, so you can use your ammo as well. Try and get a couple of you guys around the sides here. Shoot at the back if you can. Okay, those javelins were enough to deal with the spears that were beating up this unit. Cavalry has dealt with its targets. Let's see if we can get a rear charge with them and send the infantry into the front. Let's go ahead and move the archers up, try and have them be a bit more careful with their shots. Okay, collapsed that flank. Their general is doing an incredible job of staying in the fight. Very, very impressive work from him. I was going to say, but it shouldn't last too much longer. There's actually still a pretty healthy chunk of these guys in here, but they should rout soon. Matter of fact, let's just hurry this up. Okay, job finished. End battle. Just occupy that. Hopefully they didn't have time to destroy any of my buildings here. It looks like they did not. Okay, in terms of recruitment, there's plenty enough foreigners here to get some Babylonian heavy spears, so I will merge out that unit and get some heavy spears in here. Okay, Blund's bandits could actually maybe move up to the border here. We'll keep them back for now. I do want to get them involved, just not yet. Okay, what we will do here is send Candy's Conquerors over to take Dura and leave the Fury here to get some replenishment, hopefully. So we'll probably have a rebellion here soon, but... And I might fight this just so auto-resolve doesn't screw me. Nah, it should be okay. If I just go balanced, we should be alright. I'll even go defensive and see if that helps the cavalry survive. Whatever. We've done just fine over here. Looting it would actually give us a huge amount of money, so let's do that. Oh yeah, because I think Candy's Conquerors actually has bonuses to looting settlements. Is that right?
For the tribe.
Yep, so it's 20% income from looting. That seems to have been a good choice for... Is it an upgrade or a skill for the army? I don't know.
Get to it, men.
Traditions is what they're called. I could even send the Fury over here, but I doubt I'd be able to hold Tyros, and I'd probably lose the Fury, so I think that would be pointless. These guys have already moved this turn. Really excited to get this army on the front line. Okay, let's start building up Palmyra, because we want that population to start growing as quickly as possible. We'll go for some recruitment here. We can get some food, some money, and some public order, I think, is what we will need. Alright, is that our eastern front taken care of?
For the tribe. For the tribe.
These guys have been taking attrition for a couple of turns now, I think. I don't know if they got a disease or what's going on. They're out of supplies. Can I, like, get line of sight on the army enough to see what's in it without getting myself killed?
On the move, lads. For the tribe.
Come on, you can't go much further, my dude.
Starting out.
Wow, so they're actually taking heavy, heavy casualties.
Ready for orders. Thirsty for battle.
Unfortunately, I would not be able to attack them this turn. Let's actually move the pillagers up to here and let them fortify. We'll drop back with the spearmen, and I might launch an attack out here next turn. If they keep taking attrition, I might go take the fight to those guys. The only danger is the first men may reinforce them, and if that happens, then I would have to retreat. Okay, our income is good, and our taxes are balanced, so we should be fine economically. We can afford to keep upgrading that. I think everything should be pretty much fine over here in kind of our center. Okay, Eastern Front looks managed. Now out here, Carthage did just go take our city off of our hands. Our garrison here at Syracuse is healthy, but I don't know if they're healthy enough to take on a fleet, especially if that fleet gets reinforced. Now these guys only have, what, 7 units, but they're recruiting up to 13, so I could go hit them right now. And then maybe just kind of bounce back and forth and hopefully kill some of these fleets. I think the danger of doing that is I will lose population very, very quickly. Because right now, I mean, I don't have a ton of population, but I've at least got some starting to grow in these cities. If I constantly am losing them and retaking them, sure, it gets rid of Carthaginian fleets, but it massacres my population. And at this point, I think it's more important to get my population going again than it is to kill their fleets, because they'll just re-recruit no problem.
To battle.
Was I gonna fight that this turn? If I'm remembering correctly, I wanted to bring the spear build up here so they could play defense, and then I would launch the attack with both armies after. But I'd rather not take the attrition, to be honest with you. Let's see what the battle would look like. I mean, it's well in my favor. I'm going to go ahead and fight this. I've got to fix my headset again because it keeps being stupid, so hopefully I've got that fixed quickly. Alrighty, let's see what we're working with. Not a fan of this settlement layout, but you know, you're bound to fight over the settlement a whole bunch if you do a lot of manually resolved battles. I'm trying to think where I can get the best grouping to shoot. Probably in this area, maybe? Because I think they will bunch more units in here than they will over here. Maybe? Oh, I mean, I've got 3 artillery pieces, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. That said, I don't love the idea of using the Scorpion to try and shoot up this little hill. I've never actually noticed that these buildings are on a little hill. Like, I know this hill is here, but I didn't know those buildings were on elevated terrain. Well, let's just go right here. Go ahead and just line up right down the center and see how we go.
Orders understood. Scorpion ready. Guard.
Put these guys over here and have them ready to run out to this flank. These guys can start already in position. Keep the swords over here for now. We are going through hoplites, or we're going up against enemy hoplites here, so I need to be intelligent with my armies so they don't just get killed. But I don't think we should have too much trouble here. Okay, let's go ahead and fire at will. Except the Scorpion. Well, actually, let's see. Let's hold our ammo for just a minute and see what the AI does. It wouldn't surprise me if they charge out at me as soon as their fleet has landed. Since these are actually the medium ones, we'll go ahead and shoot them with the Scorpion. I'd rather get a bigger blob of troops, so I was very, very wrong about how tight they would blob their troops in this area. These guys can't reach quite as far as I would like them to. Doesn't look like we're getting very good hits on these guys either. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and have you stop for a second. Let's move the formation up so we can get some more accurate fire. I might even just put these hoplites right here now and move the archers up behind them. Have these guys available to support the artillery pieces as needed. Now I am exposing the right side of my hoplites a little bit, but I don't remember them having many missile troops. I mostly just want to get my artillery on these 2 units here, because they're both medium phalanx, which for their garrison is going to be their heavier units. Artillery is in place. Let's have the Scorpion start bringing down the cavalry. You can start hitting the infantry, and you can start hitting those guys. Follow these giant rocks all the way in here. Dead center hit, that's what I like to see. And if they're gonna let me use my ammo, I'm going to use my ammo. We can hopefully get some really, really good damage on this blob of troops. So far we're not getting great hits though. That actually bounced right between the two units. Impressive. Cavalry's taking a pretty serious beating over there. We're kind of missing this unit really badly. Yeah, let's maybe not shoot at that one anymore. Or I wonder if I change targets, if it'll give us some better accuracy. Okay, you guys have had your fun with the Cavs, start shooting the hoplites. Let's put you guys over here as well. Be honest with you, I'm not sure why I'm shooting the cavalry, because I'm using spear units, so they're not actually that scary. Okay, we might get a really, really good blob here soon, so let's stop shooting and wait for the opportunity. Alright, that's good enough for me. Hoplites, get formed up. Cavalry, get ready to rock. Archers, you guys can go ahead and go on fire at will now. Okay, artillery, I need to be careful to not shoot into my own guys, so let's stop right there. Archers should massacre those guys, but let's send in the cavalry to do the work, because I'd rather they don't get a good charge on me. Okay, let's actually send these guys up and around the flank. Start sending these guys, not quite yet, up the center. Okay, let's get in front of the artillery though. Okay, we're getting a good blob here in the middle. I mean, not a proper blob yet, but pretty nice collection of troops. Let's actually reposition these hoplites a little bit. Should be getting some really good kills with the artillery in there. So we get the archers in place, we can start trying to break some units. You know what, let's just start shooting them, whatever. Okay, don't want to use the Scorpion just yet. Let's move the infantry up. So that hopefully our guys have more room to shoot. Our artillery have more room to shoot over the top. Our hoplites will do just fine against theirs. Just want to make sure I'm not putting artillery on my own guys. Okay, let's shift fire back to these healthier units. Archers, just rotate up here, see what happens. Artillery's basically out of ammo. These guys are out of ammo. Let's keep the hoplites moving forward. Get the general ready to go in. All of you guys shoot into that group now. Okay, moving my archers out here was not the intelligent thing to do. They still had plenty of cav. Oh, that's heavy melee infantry. I don't care about that with the cavalry. Okay, let's bring the swords out here. Reposition with the bows. These guys into phalanx. Send the general out and around here. He can be in the back. Go ahead and send a unit of swords into that just to help clear it up quickly. You guys can go ahead and fire at will now. Okay, hoplites need to start actually getting involved if they're going to be at all useful here. Artillery is still shooting pretty safe, it looks like. Let's go ahead and get a charge out there. Those guys accomplished what they needed to.
Our general is under attack.
Okay, the artillery is still not looking like it's causing much friendly fire.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Looks like we've mostly dealt with their missiles. Let's go ahead and just clean them up. General is winning decisively, but still not as quickly as I think he should be. Let's go ahead and start targeting their general.
The battle is turning in our favor.
General, I need you to actually kill this unit. Holy cow. Okay, we can't quite sneak the cav around there. Thank goodness you finally did your job. Archers keep targeting their general. It's definitely legal to general snipe the AI.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's take you guys out of phalanx. Your formation's all kinds of screwed up anyway. Let's move you guys forward manually and then give an attack. Or actually, did that unit just break? Yeah, they just shattered. Alright, archers knock it off. Okay. Good job, gentlemen. Didn't take too heavy casualties. "15 deaths to friendly fire, though. Would that be our first settlement in this province? I think it would be. So let's go ahead and loot it.
Ready for battle.
Okay, that was a good call.
Warriors all.
Grumpy's guard should be more than healthy enough to hold this. Can't convert it while it's damaged, so let's just dismantle it. Actually, do I not need to convert this one? I may not need to convert it. Alright, let's just repair it then. Go ahead and just repair that one. These we can dismantle. This, I think we should probably just repair.
Ready for orders.
Need to remember to get some sanitation over here, but that's still a little ways off. These guys will do just fine holding Terrico for another turn. But we're not going to get attacked through here. Pretty sure the AI won't send anything that way, because I don't think the Arverni have much to send right now. And since it's winter, their movement range should be pretty limited. So let's send these guys on the warpath. Now, is that all of my armies? Or was I recruiting another one somewhere and I've forgotten about it? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. There is another one here. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What? Didn't I have 14? Or am I missing one because it's like, oh yeah, there it is. It's underneath the agent icon. But we did at least see that we have an army in the middle of Italy. I think these guys were transferring from Sicily. Yeah. It'll take them a while, but they'll get there. Alright, now are all of our agents deployed? This dude is going to go this way. Okay, the Fury needs to sit and heal. The Heralds of Death are in a defensive garrison. Bendy's chosen number 1. Let's get you some boosts there. Non-mercenary recruitment cost versus mercenary hiring costs. And mercenary upkeep. This army isn't really mercenary focused, but... Okay, so let's maybe not worry about that. Let's start getting him into the warrior trait. Alright, research. What have we been working on? Don't really care about the fleet research right now because I'm not using fleets at all. Wouldn't mind getting that, but let's check our other options first. Building construction time and siege unit health. I don't really care too much for those. The missile damage inflicted by siege weapons is very, very good. Wealth from agriculture. Okay, so none of those look terribly important right off the bat. Tax rate and public order. Okay, loyalty would be very good to have, but we'll check that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and go for this. See if we can get our provincial capitals up to tier 4 in some of these places. Or are we already working on that? I think that's going up to tier 3. Alright, let's make sure public order at least looks decent in most places. Still in the hole in Thrake. What's the problem here? Buildings that provide happiness versus ones that provide squalor. There's basically not much providing happiness here. Okay, we have plenty of food though, so let's convert this over to... We actually can't do that. Servants of the elite. Alright, well, that's our new research. We're getting that. Hey, Sedan is at -2. From military... Oh, okay. I was going to say, do I have someone garrisoned somewhere? I do. It's the Spearmen. Alright, so we don't need to worry about that one. Sikelia is down. Palmyra, of course, is down. Mesopotamia. Telekinesis and Hispania. Alright, all of these places are down on public order, but none of those are desperately important right now. Our treasury looks great. Our loyalty could do with some work. Let's make sure we don't need anyone to get married just yet. I think we had a couple of young people. Yeah, okay, they're not quite in a position to need marrying yet. And we don't have so many of them that we need to start rushing marriages. Okay, we've got those 2 women up to the correct career level. I believe I was getting some of these up to tier 4. Okay, so let's send her, since she's only 1 away. Send her to organize games, I think in Thrake. I might actually already have someone doing that in Thrake. No? Okay, let's send her there because that's our home province and we need population, or we need people to stay happy there. That's taken our loyalty down a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this guy married. We'll boost his loyalty, it'll give us someone else to use to organize games, and we'll get both the Empire maintenance and the loyalty boosted that way. Alright, I feel like I'm missing something, but I think I actually did a reasonably thorough check here, so let's go ahead and end the turn. Ah! Oh yeah, we lost the edict in Sikelia because we lost the city there. Hey Sedan, you can have... Do you know what will public order do here? Nothing negative, let's go for it, why not? Do you know what? No, let's not. Let's go for the taxes, because we can send people to boost public order because we need to do that anyway.
The love of gold can stir evil in men. Give us your gold. Avoid the evil it brings.
I'm thinking we can probably get trade here. Nope, that is not the button I meant to click. Trade. Yep, so they do want trade. Since they're friendly with the Iceni, we can go ahead and get non-aggression as well. Just keep those relations high out in the northwest. Uh-oh, I'm at war with these guys. Okay. They did some agent stuff, probably.
Will you not give our people
Yeah,
a
see,
little
I'm on the way
gold?
to conquer
We
you
have
guys.
much,
Oh, they're
and our
military
people do not
allies
wish
with the
to become the
Iceni.
slaves of
Why?
envy.
Why? Especially because the Iceni own this. God damn it. Okay, attacking a garrison is totally fine. Palmyra is going to have a rebellion, but I mean, I would too if I just got freaking destroyed. Okay, Nabatea has 2 armies here. That is actually a major concern.
Ready for battle.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to lose some of these Vet 9 soldiers. Let's see, how many of these guys do we have? 137, so we got 65 odd. So we basically have 120, so we're going to lose a couple of guys out of here by merging. But it needs to happen because I need to hire some mercenaries. That's really stupid that it merged in that direction, but whatever. Yeah, it sucks that we're losing that unit in particular. Okay, these guys, I know you're Vet 9, but you have to go because you're not replenished fast enough. Over here, we're only missing 30 from that one. Let's see, so that's what, 87 plus 32. I'm not going to do that math, but it's something like 110, and that's basically what we have here, so let's merge it out. How close was I? Oof. Just about perfect right there. That feels good. Okay, now let's hire 3 mercenaries. I have 4 units of archers here. They have a lot of skirmish cav, though. Camel skirmish cav. If they attack me here, I would be oh, you know what? I need to see what their movement range is this way. because I do not have anything in position to defend Antiochia. Alright, well, let's hope for the best over there. We could actually just bump these guys back over real quick. I'm not sure how well they would hold up, but we can hopefully at least slow down. I would rather hold Antiochia than Edessa. I'll put it that way.
Thirsty for battle. Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
Okay, now I actually need to refill this army. I can't just merge units out and then not replace them. I really, really like the idea of picking up a bunch of Syrian mercenary archers. But, well, let's see here. 15 missile damage versus, oh, it won't show me their stats there, that's stupid. 15 versus 16, 175 versus 65, 721, 63, 721, 11. So those stats don't really matter. Armor 31, morale 43, armor 9, morale 46. Okay, so obviously these guys are far and away better, but I don't think they're worth picking up when I need melee infantry. Because if I'm defending a settlement like this, I'd rather have infantry. Because at the end of the day, that's how I'm going to hold choke points. The AI isn't going to be terribly, terribly effective with their missiles. So I'd rather have infantry to hold the choke points. Bunch of construction completed. Palmyra, obviously not very happy. Let's actually check out where this is. There it is, I got the hiccups again, my god. Alright, the Galatians have come forward. I'd rather not attack them in the fortified posture, but I would rather not have them get reinforced by anyone nearby either. So let's check out what's nearby. Okay, so we are going to lose Edessa.
How can I help? Moving unseen.
100% going to lose Edessa. Okay, these guys took a bunch of attrition over this end turn. These guys don't appear to have taken as much. But let's see if we can maybe get in position to beat them up a bit. Real quick first, though, I want to check to see if I can figure out whether these guys would reinforce them in battle. So these guys are not at war with me, and they are not allies with Parthia. So I don't think they will reinforce them in battle. Okay, well, let's give this a go and see what happens, huh? Yep, we're trespassing, I get it. It's not nice. It's also not nice to get attacked. Do you know what? I would actually rather attack these guys. Because they're weaker, they'd be easier to remove from a fortification. We'll hit these guys instead, though, just for the sake of making sure we get our reinforcements. Okay, they've retreated. If I attack them there, they have no choice, but I don't think I can reinforce myself if I attack them there. Okay, so let's send you guys forward to attack the stonecutters. I think they should retreat, and we have enough movement range to chase them. Hell yeah. Definitely take an auto-resolve here, even though that is a pretty heavily infantry-focused opponent. I just don't think it would be that fun to fight. Go with aggressive. Well, it doesn't matter if we go aggressive to kill them because they're going to die anyway, so let's just go balanced. I don't want to enslave them because my income is fine, but my public order isn't great. I don't want to ransom them because it'll make Pergamon mad. I don't think these guys will ever get peace with me anyway. So let's just go ahead and execute them.
Move out!
I'm wondering if I could get a little bit of an offensive push over here now that I've dealt with those two armies. Or if I could even get over here to reinforce Blund's bandits, and then we could get like an actual proper offensive and establish a line here. Let's send one of them back on defense and the other one forward on offense. Which one do I want to work with Blund's bandits? Let's see. Tons and tons and tons of skirmishers here with some hoplites, while over here we have lots and lots of infantry. And not particularly good skirmishers. Or we could get a bunch of light infantry and a bunch of cavalry. I think these guys would do better on their own defending, so let's send them back on defense. We'll send the spearmen forward. That should be out of range of a counterattack. If I attack these guys here, they're not going to retreat. Well, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. They shouldn't retreat, because this army really isn't very strong right now. We could beat them, but I don't want to fight that right now, and I don't want to take the losses. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and let's actually jump into the city for this one. Definitely going to lose Edessa. But the counterattack, I think, no, it didn't quite wipe out Dura because they still exist in diplomacy, right? Yep, they still exist. Where are they now, though? Where did that say they were? Right here? In any case, they'll start dying from attrition nice and quick now. Okay, the Fury is back up to a proper amount of health. I wonder if Candy's Conquerors could take on Hatra and this army right now. With the elephants and the chariots and the garrison, I'm not sure that we could, because we're pretty heavily damaged here right now. I want to push these guys away from my territory, but I don't want to take any casualties while the Nabateans have an army and a half plus a garrison over here. So let's attack them, they'll retreat. I probably won't chase them. Ah, shit, they're in the desert. Yep, I just took stupid attrition. That was very, very foolish of me. I shouldn't have chased them. I think that's why I hadn't chased them previously, is because it's a desert region where I will suffer losses due to attrition. And this army back here just can't get to the front fast enough, let me tell you. Alright, well, Eastern Front managed. Did I deploy my spy, or did I just move them? I think I meant to deploy them. Okay, I did deploy. Out here, what's going on? Okay, they're not recruiting into this fleet anymore. I think we'll go ahead and stay defensive out here. One of the concerns is I have 3 port settlements right along here. I doubt any of them could withstand a twin stack Carthaginian fleet attack. Hell, I don't even know if Terrico could take it. You know what, that's a good point. I should probably make sure I've got armies within range. Okay, good, I do have the spears. The spear build ready to go. You guys go ahead and come up here and just see what you see. Try and stay on the road, though. It shouldn't matter, but you never know. Okay, so it looks like I will not be able to go to war with these guys. Okay, so actually the Iceni probably just liberated them. That's probably what happened. Unfortunately, these guys are in love with the Iceni. Is there any chance you would
but I trust you will
break
not
your
object to a
military
cup of wine
alliance
first.
with these guys? What if I paid you 300,000 gold? Didn't think so. Would have been funny, because there's no way I would have spent that much money on it, but... See, I wonder if I attack these guys if the Iceni will refuse to defend them. Because the last thing I need is to go to war with the Iceni right now. It's probably safer to just not attack them. In which case, you guys will be going down to Numantia. Numantia? Whatever, that city. Okay, have you guys replenished enough? Not quite yet, so let's go ahead and leave you up here for another turn. Use the population from back here, and then send them back up to the front. May as well get them healthy while we're waiting on them anyway. Now, I could go attack Mastia. I have no idea what they've got here, though. Okay, so I do have to convert it. Let's get some food going. We can worry about public order when we take Numantia. Ibasim, I'm not going to worry about until we have severely crippled Carthage, because I think it would be too difficult to keep an army stationed here to defend it. So I'm just not even going to worry about it. Okay. Let's make sure we're doing everything we can out here to get our population increasing. Even that. So we're losing some money per turn, but gaining... Actually, that one doesn't provide any extra population. Let's save the money on that for now then, because it doesn't really provide us with any advantage, so why spend anything on it? Can you really not go around that agent? That's so annoying. Okay. We've got enough to defend these cities. Once these guys are up to full health, we'll have enough to take another city. Maybe 2 next turn. Not next turn, but, 2 or 3 turns from now. Let's make sure Italy's doing well, because this is one of my main money makers right now, if not the main money maker. Yep. Most of my income, or my highest income province, is of course Latium. Down here, I'm actually going to put a halt on building for a minute. I'm not going to cancel that building, but I'm not going to upgrade these just yet because I'm not certain how this is going to play out. But I believe that is our turn mostly taken care of. Let's work on our loyalty and getting people up to level 4. Okay, if I remember right, we just got her up to level 4 last turn, so we don't need to worry about her for a minute. Let's get this lady going. Hey, Sedan may be a great target. Mesopotamia is not worth spending any money on right now because we're going to lose it over this end turn. Alright, well, I'll end the turn here, and the episode as soon as the end turn is over. If there's any battles I'm going to fight over the end turn, obviously we'll just end the episode there, but let's see what happens. Well, fortunately, it was a rather uneventful end turn. These guys took some attrition because they're in enemy lands that don't have enough supplies, but that's kind of not a huge problem. I'm quite happy that these guys didn't attack Edessa. Okay, they are recruiting, but they're also taking attrition. It's weird that they are out of supplies in Mesopotamia. Is that why they're taking attrition? No. They must have a disease, right? I don't know. Alright, well, we'll end the episode here and catch you guys in the next one.